Today we're doing MLB player props here on PrizePicks. Before we get started, there's a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit. Also, Discord link and Patreon link are in the description of this video as well. But let's get into it. 3 total player props that I like in today's MLB slate. There's a full slate of games today. But let's look back at yesterday. We went 2 of 3 here. I did a $5 flex play on this, but Cole Irvin over 4.5 strikeouts, he hit his over of 6. Blake Snell over 7 strikeouts, he hit 8. We missed on Vladimir Guerrero over 1.5 total bases, he had 1. I also threw Aaron Judge here in at 1.5 total bases, he had 6. And then I threw Pete Alonso in 8.5 fantasy score, he had 0. So that was a complete miss. But nonetheless, for the 3 plays I gave you guys, we went 2 of 3 on the day. We're looking to at least replicate that tonight. Again, 3 total player props that I like. MLB slate, full slate of games today. A bunch of player props to choose from, and a lot of props have already bumped significantly over the last 8 hours or so. But like I said, 3 props, actually all 3 props, no pitcher props today just because the board is super tight. I'm going 3 total base props, just 3 plays I feel strongly about with their matchups and things like that. But let's get into it. So the first play is going to be Austin Riley. And again, all 3 of these players are just absolute studs. So our first player is Austin Riley at 1.5 total bases. Austin Riley facing the Boston Red Sox, right? So he's facing Rich Hill. Left-handed pitcher, obviously doesn't have power stuff. More of a finesse, kind of a magician, I guess you could say, type of pitcher. But Austin Riley here against lefties bats .362 right on the season. But if you concentrate that, his stats, Austin Riley hitting .362 against lefties this season, obviously insane. 20 RBIs, has 9 home runs, 31 strikeouts, but .362 batting average against lefties. I think he's probably bound to face Rich Hill maybe at least 3 times, maybe 4 times in tonight's game. So 3 at-bats versus a lefty pitcher who he hits .362 against, 1.19 OPS as well, which is insane. And over his last 15 days, he's still hitting .320. I guess you could say a little bit of a slump at .222 over his last 7. But last 30 days, still .354 with a 1.096 OPS. Love this spot here for Austin Riley. Again, I mean, all of baseball. All of baseball. He hits the second best against left-handers in all of baseball at .362. Xander Bogaerts here for Boston, face at .365. But Austin Riley at .362 against lefties against Rich Hill. I got to smash the over on that one. The next play is going to be, I'm just going to do this based on how they appear. It's going to be Nolan Arenado over 1.5 total bases here. So he's facing Colorado. He's facing his former team, obviously, in Ryan Feltner, who is a right-handed pitcher. And I just want to briefly check before I get into this. This game may or may not be in Colorado. Let's just see real quick. I believe this game is probably in St. Louis, now that I think about it, but we'll just check up here really quickly. And this game is it's in Colorado. Okay, so even more so, taking the over here on Nolan Arenado here. He's been hitting well, right? Obviously, it's Nolan Arenado. He's hitting 300. His WAR is he's got the second highest WAR in baseball. But he hits righties better than lefties, right? 312 average against righties, 246 average against lefties. In the month of August, however, he's hitting 476 with a 1.56 OPS. If you take a look at his fan graphs here, and you split this down to how right-handing pitching over the last month, so against the last 9 days against right-handers, Nolan Arenado is hitting 500 against right-handed pitchers in the month of August. Right, you can see here, where is he? He has 20 plate appearances and 5 hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs. So he's raking 500 against righties this month, playing in Colorado, his former team. Obviously, the elevation bodes well for him and Paul Goldschmidt to hit the ball well tonight. But I love Arenado here in this spot against his former team in his former home of Colorado. Taking the over here on this one of 1.5 total bases for him. And then the last play of the day is going to be none other than Freddie Freeman at over 1.5 total bases as well. Now, Freddie on the season has his batting average up now to .324, slowly creeping on that batting title. coming off a game where he had, I think this is his most recent game. He had 2 hits against San Diego, 2 RBIs. I mean, Freddie Freeman, just if we take a look at his splits over the last 30 days, Freddie Freeman is still hitting 427. 238 over his last 7, but 427 over his last 30 days. But I just love this spot for Freddie Freeman because if you take a look at his splits here and we break this down over the last, so since July 1st till now, so I guess a little over a month, over his last 40 days against right-handed pitchers, Freddie Freeman is batting 404. You can see it right here. Best in baseball against righties over the last 40 days. 104 plate appearances. He's got 36 hits, 5 home runs, 21 RBIs, batting 404. The next highest is Jose Abreu at 368. So Freddie Freeman is just absolutely locked in against righties, facing Joe Ryan, who's a pretty good pitcher, but I love this spot here for Freddie Freeman at 1.5 TB. So these are the 3 total player props here on PrizePicks today that I like. Austin Riley over 1.5 total bases, Nolan Arenado over 1.5 total bases, and Freddie Freeman over 1.5 total bases. Now, it is Taco Tuesday on PrizePicks, so we are going to get those tacos probably pretty shortly here on PrizePicks. If you're in the PrizePicks Discord or you're on the PrizePicks Twitter, you'll be able to see or vote on those tacos. So we will get some discounted plays. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. Make sure you guys are mixing and matching these. But again, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, drop a like on this video. There's all links in the description of this video. And as always, have a great day.